Welcome to the show. We're visiting first with John Van Limbeek, who's here from Abbott Wealth Management. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
It's always fun to chat with you guys. We talked last week about financial planning for kids and what we can do to help them nurture a good environment for saving and for how we handle money. But sometimes we don't do that ourselves.
Well, it's kind of it all factors in for sure, right? And it's the same idea, but it's just, you know, it's more important for the adults because there's more factors to consider.
And it starts with us in the setting of a good example.
Right. I mean, they have one simple little objective, really, like trying to save. They don't have to worry about life insurance and their kids and stuff like that.
Wait, that's not all we have to do. We have to pay bills.
Yeah, they don't have any bills. There's no rent or anything like that. The fridge is always full.
Other considerations. Yeah, it's like magic.
Yeah, it's like magic.
But for those of us who might need to plan, you guys have some tips you can offer.
Yeah, so I brought a couple slides and just to give you maybe a definition to think about. So, you know, from a financial planning point of view, you know, you can look at it as the ability to meet your short-term needs plus the confidence to realize your long-term objectives while managing financial risk. So it's kind of motherhoody, but it gives you a really, you know, you got the short-term, the long-term, and you got to think about the risks, right? Yes. And like you said at the bottom there, it just comes down to your security or your family's security and your peace of mind, right?
Just practically speaking, if for no other reason, for peace of mind.
Absolutely, right? Like you said, so we have the kids, the bills, the rent, the mortgage, everything to think about, right?
And what happens can get away on you if you don't tell them what to do.
Well, or you don't, or you lose a job, or you can't work.
A wild card in there somewhere.
Absolutely, right? So that's kind of the motherhoody statement, and then I brought up this, you know, different areas to think about. I've always talked about, or haven't always, but talked about numerous times on the show about goal setting. How do you organize your money? So the budgeting, the cash flow, paying down your debt, and these don't have to be complicated. And we know we have to pay our mortgage debt, but what are little like the simple tools or to pay it more quickly, right? Things like that. It doesn't have to be complicated. Your insurance needs. What happens if I can't work from a disability? Or life insurance, we talked about that before. Tax management, again, it doesn't have to be complicated. It will get more complicated as you get older, trust me. Retirement planning and estate planning. So a lot of those things you don't have to worry about when you're younger, younger family, or even younger starting out, but they do
and there's still
creep in there.
Considerations, and again, that's where someone like you is very helpful because we might not think ahead of those things, but you guys can come in and say, it may be time to start considering estate planning and what happens next.
And when you deal with different clients, you have ideas that other people are doing. And it's not, you know, what's good for you is probably good for me because we're in the same kind of age range. But it just changes when you hit 55. There's another factor that comes in there.
There's a whole new consideration. Planning for retirement and an exit strategy from work.
Exactly.
That's what we'll call it. An exit strategy.
And I had one more slide just that I brought up, and it just gives you thinking about, you know, what's important to you. Why is money important to me, you? And it's not just about the money. You got to figure out why it's important to you. You know, you need satisfaction too. You know, it's not just about money. It's about job satisfaction or life satisfaction. What is it for, and how am I knowing that I'm on the right track? Right, and you need that, and that's all part of, you know, figuring out what's unique to you and putting that down on paper and coming back to it and saying, are we progressing to where you want to be?
Are we moving towards our goal of those three, the answers to those three big questions?
The only thing we know for sure is that we're just getting older every year, right? But am I on track to something, right?
Is there a plan in place?
Yeah.
Excellent.
That's what we're trying to get to.
Thanks so much. If people would like to visit you and have more information and some help getting these things in place, where can they visit you guys?
Just give us a call at 250-372-3736.
Excellent. Or abbottwealth.com.
Or Abbott Wealth.
Thanks for joining us, John.
Thank you very much.
We'll be back with more Midday in just a moment.